I think everybody is talking about the movie. I've watched it. So, what is your perspective of Harshad Mehta, and what were the key learnings that you had? And it's quite interesting, right? There was one broker who tried things a little differently and did not succeed, and there was rise of you and Mr. Ramdev Agrawal, and you've gone to become one of the most respected brands in the country. So, what have you learned from it, and what are your perspective of about it?
In the game, if I have to look at the investing part, first thing, let's look at the investing. Why people come to stock market? Okay, ultimately, the emotions are fear and greed. Okay, people want to make money. Okay, and when there's a greed, means you want to make faster money, quick money. And anything really, I think, where you really, I think, get quick money means really, I think there's a possibility that quicker wealth creation will not happen, but wealth destruction will happen very quick. I always say there are no shortcuts in life. So you need to really be very, very long-term player. And end of the day, if you're, say, the FD give you 5-6%, you cannot get 30% out of stock market consistently. You can get in a year, but after that, as year 2, year 3, it will get kind of, I think, return will get kind of, I think, I would say, averaged out. So the greed part, I think, and it's not Harshad Mehta. There are thousands of people actually. Harshad Mehta brought scale to the whole scam, but a huge number of people who actually come to the stock market. Keep in mind that this is the place where at least we can become rich very quick. But unfortunately, it doesn't happen. Okay, so I think this control on your greed is very, very important. But more important is that your ethics, your values. If you try to, I think, borrow money like what Harshad did, he used somebody else's money, the bank's money, and I think put into the stock market, and that money also was not through legitimate channels. Okay, so if you try to, I think, bypass the system, you got unlimited greed, you become arrogant because of that, then definitely I think so at every point of time we'll see this kind of stories coming in. And it's not in the stock market. There, I would say, a lot of players who came here, lost money, and then they are repending it. But then consistent wealth creation only happen mostly you know that you buy into the companies with right management and right business model. You wait for, you have the patience and perseverance to remain invested. So I think the greed, ethical part, and arrogance, I would say, all three things really, I think, definitely, I think, give you some sense about various scams. You saw, and I have lived through that scam. I know exactly how it was happening, and we were so kind of, I think, scared, and we were so cautious that something really, I think, anything really goes up. I always say that market always go up slowly. It goes up by the staircase, and it comes down by the lift. Okay, so anything really which goes up faster, the fall is even faster. So we were exactly expecting there something is going wrong happen. Let's be cautious. But then broking business was exploding. You got huge number of it. So we were actually indirectly we were the beneficiary of this scam, because people's greed brought them to the markets and they were trading a lot. And although I think when the markets are in kind of that kind of frenzy, people kind of, I think, don't listen to advice. In fact, they become the advisor. So my clients were becoming advisor to me rather than they taking my advice.